Here we are, a week later. We're feeling like peaches that first week off the sauce. We need more, baby.
Just need a hit. Little withdrawal here. Feel free, give us a little subscribe. Continue to join us. We had a really cool live stream review last week with a couple other the big streamers. One Take, Pete Peppers, Benja TV. You guys can still catch the restream. Really cool moment happened there where Frank jumped in and threw a couple comments in. Cool things happening in those worlds. But yeah, as far as season 6, what we know from the end of season 5 is it's clearly, Marco's still a threat. We're going to have the Free Navy is still going to play a big part into season 6. And then we've got this whole, Laconian colony that this offshoot of Mars that's going to be clearly some kind of threat because they have the proto-molecule and they are building some crazy structures out there and all kinds of stuff. And as non-book readers, we are like, what is happening here? But all the book readers are telling us it's going to be great. And we should be super excited, which we are.
I am extremely excited for the military Kool-Aid cult we are about to get for season 6. Can't wait.
That crazy moment where they're going through the ring. They didn't spell it out, but clearly this is that ancient entity that Holden has been sort of warning us about. Something is coming and something is not happy. This is almost like Game of Thrones, where it's like we've been talking about the White Walkers coming, and finally this season's going to be it. We're going to really see something that's maybe less disappointed than an underlit single episode of TV. Maybe we'll find out.
Maisie Williams is going to show up and blow the rings up with her mind powers.
Stab.
And we will have all seen it coming, and it will have made perfect sense.
The creators have kind of walked back the whole, renewed for one final season, it's canceled after season 6 kind of thing. But now they're being very coy recently about, there's more stories to tell. And so it's clearly they're not talking about another season, but it seems like Amazon, maybe they're talking about a movie, maybe multiple movies that sort of take us past book 6 into kind of 7, 8, and then the eventual 9th book. It could be an animated thing. It could be, nobody knows at this point, but clearly the creators are setting this, this at least energy out there that there's more to the Expanse universe than just this 6 seasons of television. So that'll be really interesting to see as we get closer to this season. Hopefully we get some more kind of concrete information about what there will be past season 6. It was supposed to start on January 20th, and it sounds like it maybe got pushed to about January 27th, but they've likely started filming at this point in Toronto. And Toronto has a really good track record for productions going there, isolating, shooting in a sort of bubble situation where cast and crew aren't really, leaving that place and, really isolated. So I don't really feel like there's any reason for us to worry about the season being delayed or any issues arising. The NHL had a much better season operating out of there than NFL or anybody else, kind of speaking of making things work. So good on. Thanks, Canada. Just really coming through when we need you.
I don't like Canada. It's freezing cold.
What makes me the most nervous about season 6 is season 5 was shot and wrapped before COVID.
True.
I have to say, I think a lot of productions have done a great job, commendable job, and have made good-looking, competent shows, but you can still kind of tell there's just that missing kind of X factor of the whole community together close enough to interact and have chemistry and make everything work. Small things that add up to when you're done watching a movie or a TV show. You're like, that was good, but there's just something about it. And then your brain remembers they shot this in a bubble. The Expanse is so big. I think they have their sets kind of already built probably. I think we're probably okay. I'm worried. I love the Expanse. And there's a lot to wrap up in season 6.
There is, and you're right, there is an energy that changes. I haven't worked on any productions that did a bubble, but I've been on sets, over the last year that were, you're socially distant, your masks on. It does change the energy of things. That it just doesn't have that same kind of exact camaraderie. Even, you're with the people, but it's like a little damper over things. And so hopefully, these guys have been running together for 5+ years, going on, 6 years. Everybody that we've seen, major characters are going to be coming back. The creative team is the same, nothing's changing otherwise. Showrunners writers. Like this is such a tight knit machine. If somebody's going to pull it off, they're going to pull it off because it's just been so consistently good since the start. Amazon kind of likes to, they like their consistency, and especially since The Boys kind of started this whole mini binge and then week to week, and then Expanse continue that on. I think we're probably going to see the same thing, and that seemed to do well, especially in season 5. There's a lot of sort of chatter and critical buzz and stuff around, a lot of the tech blogs and things talking about season 5. And I think a lot of that conversation just continued and ramped up because it ended up being, 3-episode drop, great, gets you in the mood. Then that 4th episode was so huge, to have that just dumped in the middle of like a binge, it just wouldn't have had that same impact. I really feel like they're gonna stick with that same thing. I mean, even WandaVision on Disney Plus, 2 episodes and then week to week. I think that's almost becoming kind of a standard, for a lot of places to just kind of get you hooked.
Yeah. Going back to the tried and true old TV model, everybody's going to be upset about it, but the truth is they're spending a lot of money on these shows, on these projects, and they believe in them, and they don't want them to get buried under just the tsunami of content and media that is out there at this moment in time. I think they've always done their best, and I don't expect anything less. For season 6?
Me, and George Michael, we're all we gotta have faith.
We gotta have faith. That's right. When you said George Michael, I thought of Arrested Development, so that's a whole thing now.
Either way,
I'm worried you're taking this too seriously.
Just the opposite.
Let us know what you think about the upcoming season, possible storylines, plot lines, what you would like to see resolved, and we'll see you guys next week.